Holiday parties and Yuletide celebrations are a time-honored tradition, especially here on the island, but they can kind of get out of hand sometimes. There's even a movie that comes out about it. Officer Paul Tapao from GPD.
Office party.
Yeah, so office parties. So those kind of things, people like to have fun. People get a little crazy and everything like that. What can we do to make sure that we can enjoy the holiday season while still maintaining sanity, not getting hurt, and not winding up spending an evening in the slammer?
Yeah, again, I trace back my roots to Highway Patrol. I mean, it is the holiday season. Happy, belated Thanksgiving first and foremost. And it's the start of the celebration and stuff. But really, again, the roots of Highway Patrol designate a sober driver, a responsible, mature, sober driver who's not going to consume alcohol when you celebrate. Plenty of people throughout the island are going to be visiting local hotels. People are going to be out because of Christmas parties, office parties. And one of the few attractions that they have, of course, is the alcohol beverages. Designate a sober driver as one way that she can stay out of trouble, one way in which you can actually save a life on the roadways. Because we tend to forget that, I can handle 2 or 3 beers, 4 beers. Once you consume alcohol and it gets into your system, it's going to impair your judgment. Mm-hmm. So, designate a sober driver. And of course, if you choose to celebrate and consume adult beverages, be mature about it. Understand too that other people are going to be consuming alcohol. Be the mature person, know your limits, know when you become slurred speech and everything. So, know your limits and know what you can handle. But, first and foremost, we want to talk road safety. Designate a sober driver.
And especially because these are organizational office parties, where groups of people that see each other every day are celebrating. You want to look after yourselves anyway. Make sure your department, your team, your division, however you guys are split up and everything like that, make sure your people are okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Some companies go as far as having they charter minibuses or minivans to transport their workers, because that's how much they care about their workers and their safety and their well-being. So big ups to the companies who put out who make sure that their employees are safe, and that's one way in which you have that relationship between employee and employer.
Or call a taxi. There's Stroll Guam, which is like Uber out here.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah. That's absolutely that's absolutely a perfect way of celebrating, is utilize our local businesses. Stroll Guam,
eliminate the risk of driving by don't even have somebody drive for you.
Yeah, I've seen too many fatalities in Highway Patrol my tenure as a police officer in patrol in itself, and it can easily be avoided if we just designate a sober driver.
All right, let's get to our crime of the week. What do you got?
This week is a robbery that occurred in Lower Tumon.
All right, here you go.
On Thursday, the 27th of October, at 8:25 in the evening, officers from the Tumon Tumuni Precinct Command responded to a robbery that occurred by the roadway of Route 14 and the Nico Hotel. Now, according to the police report, 4 female tourists were walking towards the Reef Hotel when an older model Toyota RAV4 with 2 occupants pulled alongside them and came to a stop. A masked male individual then exited the vehicle's front passenger door, brandishing a handgun, and pointed the gun at one of the females, and simultaneously grabbed the victim's purse. The suspect then fled towards the awaiting vehicle. The suspect vehicle was seen fleeing towards Santos Hill in Tumon. As a result of the robbery, no one was hurt. Now, the Guam Police Department and the Guam Crime Stoppers need your help in reference to this case. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. You can also send a text to 486-HELP. That's 486-4357. You can also submit information of a crime through our webpage at guam.crimestoppersweb.com, or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID, and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
All right, we'll end on this point, Paul. Everybody wants to celebrate, but celebrate safely and responsibly, especially if you're doing so in an organization, because that looks bad on your company, your nonprofit, your school group, your church group, and everything. If everybody gets too crazy and your reputation gets a little soiled because somebody went out nuts.
That's the whole purpose of just being mature about it. We're all adults. We're all going to enjoy the event. We're all going to enjoy each other's company, but just be mature about it.
All right. Thanks so much.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right. Stay tuned. We are back right after these messages.